The Exim Bank, or the Export-Import Bank of the United States, is a government agency that helps American businesses export their goods and services to foreign markets. The main functions and objectives of the Exim Bank are to provide financing solutions for you, exporters and their foreign customers, such as loans, guarantees, and insurance. These solutions enable you, exporters, to compete with foreign rivals that receive support from their own governments, to create and sustain you, jobs by supporting the sales of you, exports to international buyers. The Exim Bank claims that it has supported more than 1.7 million American jobs since 2000 to advance you, national interests and foreign policy goals by promoting trade with strategic partners and allies, supporting you, industries that are vital for national security, and addressing global challenges such as climate change and development. The Exim Bank was established in 1934 by President Franklin D. Roosevelt to facilitate trade between the U.S. and other countries during the Great Depression. Since then, it has helped finance several historic projects, such as the Pan American Highway, the Burma Road, and post-World War II reconstruction. The Exim Bank is an independent agency within the executive branch of the U.S. government, but it requires periodic reauthorization from Congress to operate. The current authorization expires on December 31, 2026. In this section, I will explain how Exim Bank plans to raise $4 billion in 2023 through various sources such as bonds, loans, and grants. Exim Bank is the official export credit agency of the United States, with a mission of supporting American jobs by facilitating the export of goods and services. To do this, Exim Bank offers financing options such as export credit insurance, working capital guarantees, loan guarantees, and direct loans. One of the main sources of funding for Exim Bank is issuing bonds in the domestic and international markets. According to a news report, the bank raised aggregate resources of 52,156 Indian rupees crore, including foreign currency resources of $3.47 billion during FY23. The bank plans to continue tapping the bond markets in 2023 to raise up to $4 billion, depending on the demand and market conditions. The bank's bonds are rated AAA by international rating agencies and enjoy a high degree of investor confidence. Another source of funding for Exim Bank is borrowing from multilateral and bilateral institutions, such as the World Bank, the Asian Development Bank, and the Japan International Cooperation Agency. These loans are usually long-term and concessional, meaning they have lower interest rates and longer repayment periods than commercial loans. These loans help Exim Bank finance projects that have developmental impact and align with the strategic priorities of the U.S. government. A third source of funding for Exim Bank is receiving grants from the U.S. Congress and other government agencies. These grants are used to support specific programs or initiatives that advance U.S. national interests and promote U.S. exports. For example, in FY 2023, Exim Bank received $429.83 million in budgetary resources from Congress, which included $39.94 million in total obligations. Some of these funds were allocated for programs such as the China Program, which aims to counter China's unfair trade practices and level the playing field for you, exporters. In summary, Exim Bank plans to raise $4 billion in 2023 through various sources such as bonds, loans, and grants. These sources of funding enable Exim Bank to fulfill its mission of supporting American jobs and exports in a competitive global market. Exim Bank's fundraising plan for 2023 to 24 is ambitious and strategic. It aims to raise up to $4 billion from various sources, such as bonds, loans, and lines of credit, to support its trade finance and term loan operations. This plan has several benefits and challenges for the bank and its stakeholders. Some of the benefits are: the plan will enable Exim Bank to expand its lending portfolio and support more exporters, especially small and medium enterprises, SMEs, which are vital for the growth and diversification of India's exports. The plan will also help Exim Bank to finance projects in sectors of strategic importance, such as climate-positive investments, transformational exports, and infrastructure development in emerging markets. The plan will enhance Exim Bank's reputation and credibility as a reliable and competitive source of export credit in the global market. It will also strengthen its relationship with existing and potential investors, borrowers, and partners. Some of the challenges are: the plan will expose Exim Bank to higher market risks, such as interest rate fluctuations, currency volatility, and credit rating changes. The bank will have to manage these risks effectively by diversifying its funding sources, hedging its exposures, and maintaining adequate capital and liquidity buffers. The plan will also require Exim Bank to comply with various regulatory and reporting requirements of different jurisdictions where it raises funds. The bank will have to ensure that it adheres to the highest standards of governance, transparency, and accountability in its fundraising activities. The plan will also depend on the demand and supply conditions in the export market. The bank will have to monitor the trends and developments in the global trade environment and adjust its lending strategy accordingly. The bank will also have to deal with the challenges posed by the COVID-19 pandemic and its impact on the export sector. In conclusion, Exim Bank's fundraising plan for 2023 to 24 is a bold and prudent move that will enable it to fulfill its mandate of supporting India's exports. The plan has significant benefits for the bank and its stakeholders, but it also entails some challenges that need to be addressed carefully. The bank will have to balance its growth objectives with its risk management capabilities and ensure that it delivers value-added services to its customers.